So it was Cheli's birthday.
Yes.
And I decided to get her a little tiny gift, really small. I would suggest you watch this on our YouTube so you can really get the feel of it. So here's what I want you to do, okay?
Okay. I'm scared.
I want you to put your hand in here, not look inside.
It's
And
alive.
yeah, it's a snake actually.
Oh my god.
But I want you to pick the smaller stuff out. So pick from this side. Okay?
And not look. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't look. The smaller stuff. Okay, I'm gonna grab this.
Happy birthday to you.
Ooh, a peel-off mask.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hopefully you
it.
like it. It's
I'm gonna
gold.
fall asleep in this.
Is it bad to sleep in masks? Please let us know in the comments below.
Oh, trust me. I'll let you know tonight. I'll let you. I text you from the hospital.
Dude, when we lived together,
Yeah.
I left a sheet mask on the whole fucking night. I woke up, I felt like I was so fucking pale. I was like, what the fuck? And it was like an avocado mask.
Damn. Don't you remember though when COVID started to happen? People who were wearing face masks who were breaking out, they used to wear half sheet masks.
Yeah, they did.
That was so smart.
I didn't do that.
I didn't do that
should have
either.
done that. Because my skin needed it.
Dude, mine did too during that time. Okay, there's a big square here. Did I take that out?
The
Knife?
square, you can take it out.
Square I can take out?
Yeah.
Oh my god, freaking you just know me.
Thanks. I know.
My beauty blenders, first of all, there's fucking 300 of them in here. I don't know what happened to my beauty blenders.
What do you mean?
I use it once and then they disappear into the ether.
Maybe it's your cats.
It probably is my cats. Is there another small thing I have to grab? Oh, I feel something.
There's like 2 small things, I think.
I'm just going to grab all of this. Oh my god, you really are just thinking about my self-care.
Yeah.
Skin
I know that
affinity,
you've had a hard time at
Clarisonic.
work, so.
Is that why? Wow,
No, but I
you
just
really
came up
got
with that.
Oh, I didn't see that it had a peely, and I was gonna be like, I can't. I can't see myself. Oh, cute. You're right. Work has been hard.
That's actually not why,
but
but I thought it was funny. So it's like charcoal nose pore strips. It's like eye masks, lip mask,
when are
a little Clarisonic.
it's my whole face basically.
Yeah, I want you to cover all the bases.
When are we gonna have an episode where we come in robes and just fully like
Oh my god.
face masks, fucking cucumbers on our eyes?
When would that be like
we need to do
appropriate? I don't know if that's the right word.
We need to do it during either spring break or summer.
Probably summer.
And
Or spring,
let's
I don't
just
know.
not talk. Let's just sit like this. Still on the bed.
Cucumbers.
I love that shit.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Was that all the little things?
Yes.
Okay. I need to move this paper. I always recycle tissue paper. I use it at my job. Did I tell
Really?
you that? Yeah.
What do you use it for?
Art.
Oh, cute.
Oh my god.
Isn't it so
Look at that.
cute?
Oh, he's in the back. So he can protect me. Oh my god.
Isn't it so cute?
It's a Shrek bag. 8 and plus, that's me. Dude.
and you can open it.
Shut the fuck up. Love is real.
And then this is also a little baggie.
Oh my god. I love
Isn't it so cute?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. You know me so well. Remember when I told you? Oh, I forgot one more thing.
Oh shit. I forgot about that.
What does it say? Get out of my swamp. Hello.
It's a makeup bag. I don't know if
Dude,
you can
hell yes. I've needed a
I don't know if you
makeup
can
bag.
See that.
Wait, hold on. Let me open this shit. This is so funny. You know me so well.
I thought it was so fucking funny.
Dude, you are so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at her.
Get out my
Slay.
swamp.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope a good amount fits in here though. It looks like it.
That is so,
So
sweet
funny.
of you, dude.
My little brother saw this and he thought it was so funny.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious."
Dude, it's crazy. We've known each other how long now?
Oh my God, it's almost our anniversary.
I know it is almost our anniversary.
It'll be 12 years, I think, this year.
12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Time flies when you're having fun.
We've known each other such a long time that, like, it's weird to imagine that we both saw each other during our teenage years.
I know.
You know?
I can't believe you saw me during that time. That's so embarrassing.
Dude,
Don't tell anybody.
What were we super into? I was super into The Walking Dead. You remember that? We were both into K-pop.
We were both into K-pop. What else was I really into? I was really into... Oh my God, I don't remember.
I will say that you wrote every single day.
Yeah.
You remember that? I remember you used to tell me, because I would ask you, like, when do you have time to write?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I wake up like at 6 a.m.
Yeah, because I felt like that was the time when my creative juices were going. But now that I have a 9 to 5, I literally would rather die than wake up at 6 a.m.
That was such a different time. Sometimes I think about college and the time that we lived together. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, God, I loved living together.
Yeah.
It was, roommate situation. So we had a bunk bed. And then I would always put my hand up and you would put your hand down and we would hold hands.
We would hold hands through the bunk bed. Or
like,
on the side of the bunk bed.
Or we would hold hands when we were watching a scary movie.
Yeah. Oh my God. Remember when we watched Terrifier?
Yeah.
We got Subway.
No, we got Poke.
Was it?
Yeah, we walked to Poke because we were really craving it. Came back, ate one bite, but then started watching the movie and we didn't finish it.
Oh my God. But then remember that we were both curious to see, like, what the fuck happens in this movie. So we skimmed.
Yeah.
Like, we skimmed to, like, the middle and then the end, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking creepy.
That was crazy. I feel like sometimes I didn't take advantage of that fake adulthood that college gives you.
I know.
I wish we could have done, like, more crazy stuff.
Yeah. Like this.
Like this. Oh my God.
It would have been so convenient.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, your birthday's coming up.
Oh God, don't remind me. Remember that? Do you remember that day when I think I was going through it that day? We were filming. I was like, at the end of the post part of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, my birthday's coming up. And you're like, that's 3 months away.
Dude,
you see how fast it comes?
It's crazy too because like I always feel a buildup for my birthday. And then the day of, I'm like, oh, it's Friday.
It's another fucking day.
Oh, I work today.
Yeah. I hate when it's like on a weekday. Ugh.
You have it on a weekend this year, though.
I know, thank God. Last year, though, I had it, I think, a Thursday? Yeah. I don't remember.
I'm taking advantage of being the same age.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Beat me up?
Why do you keep bringing that up? I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting. I'm just kidding. How else are you going to take advantage of it?
Oh, my God. You're so right.
You're so right.
Well, thank you for my gifts. I'm welcome. Definitely going to go out with my coworkers one day and just bring this along.
I hope you do.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love this shit. And I love these bags too. I could
just making sure.
I vibe with it.
Yeah, I really like those bags too. I think they're so cute and I love all the little like details.
Oh my God.
Of all the important characters, you know?
Thank you. I know. The most important in the bag. Thank you. Oh my God. I fucking love Shrek. I can't wait till they make Shrek 5.
Are they starting over?
I
have no idea. That could
What?
That could be a lie. I have no idea.
No, they can't do that to me.
Oh.
Not after what I've done for them.
Not after everything I've been through.
Did you hear that Shrek 2 is going to re-release in theaters?
Yeah, and I'm so excited.
I want to go see it. I want to gatekeep that movie. I'm not going to let people in.
You're going to buy all of the tickets? You should do
that. Sir, one of everything. It's just all the seats. I know.
Ma'am, there's like 40 seats. I know. Do you know how much a movie ticket costs right now?
Dude, an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
I'm going to be limbless.
That's crazy. No, I can't do that. Anyway, Cheli.
Yes.
Love that it's your birthday.
Thank you.
But let's talk about something else you love. Well, an old friend.
An old friend that honestly made us pop off.
Isn't it crazy? that Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton is our most watched episode. Like even like on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Amazon Music.
Or anywhere you get your podcast on.
I don't mean just YouTube.
It's also crazy to me that one of our most watched TikToks is also about Haunting Adeline. It was the one that I made.
Which one? You made a couple.
I made one specifically.
When you showed the little
yes
water pistol.
Yes, that apparently someone had commented that someone grabbed it and it was going around TikTok. Not TikTok. It was going around Twitter.
Yeah.
Now known as X, but going around Twitter, and I was like, "What the heck? That's crazy to me." But it's crazy because it didn't pop off immediately. It popped off like a year later.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I think that Haunting Adeline was popular when we filmed that, but then I don't know what happened. Like more people were talking about it again a year later, and then I noticed it. I was like, what the heck? Why is there such a spike in our viewers? And I think it's because it was making its rounds again. Did you know that H.D. Carlton is Latina?
What?
I think. I'm pretty sure. It's because I looked up, like, I was looking.
Espérate un momento.
Espérate. So I had seen somewhere on Instagram Reels, I think, there was like a post that said Latinx authors and Latinx books or something like that, and H.D. Carlton came up, but I don't actually know if she is, so don't come for me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but I was like, what?
I would have never thought.
Yeah, me neither.
That's crazy. Well, shout out, because that was one of our most viewed episodes. We read both Haunting and Hunting Addie, and we felt very differently about both of them.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You want to just like in like less than a minute talk about both of those books? Explain them a bit?
Yeah, but before that, Cheli, do you think that a dark romance that we've discussed before, so maybe like talking about a spin-off of that, could fix your life?
I mean, because it's my birthday, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Book Fix podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one dark story at a time. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli. We are talking about Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton, a spin-off
of the Cat and Mouse duet.
Yes.
So, Haunting Adeline, oh my God, it's kind of weird because that feels like another lifetime ago.
Yeah, it does.
But from what I remember, our main character's name was Adeline, and she was an author, and she was going to like a book signing, or she was going to be in a book signing, and then this man just sees a picture of her, sees her, and he's like, God damn, that girl right there, that's going to be my fucking woman. I don't care what I have to do. And so Adeline, weirdly enough, was moving into a house that was passed down to her by her grandma or great grandma.
Yes.
And it was like a scary house. It was like a haunted house. So, shit would go down. But then suddenly this guy would just be stalking her. His name was Zaid. And
first of all, Z.
You
revealed it so quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to build suspense. I mean, I didn't want to build suspense. And so he stalks her, and then we find out that Zaid is actually like tracking down like child traffickers or like a trafficking ring, many trafficking rings. And so it's like a bit of a weird situation because he's not that great of a guy, but he is a good guy at the same time. Yeah. And so Addie kind of falls in love with him a little bit, but the relationship's a little dark. So trigger warning.
Yes.
But because he gets too involved with her, Hunting Adeline is her being taken away by, I forgot their name, but it's like some sort of society that's like in the trafficking ring. Yeah. And she is sold off and she goes through hell pretty much because she's being trafficked. And Zaid is going through hell and back to try to get Addie back.
Yes. And those two books we felt very differently on because we both did like Haunting Addie. But then when we got to Hunting Addie, we both agreed that it felt very much like H.D. Carlton was writing a fan fiction of their own work.
Yeah, because it didn't feel, I don't know, it just didn't feel like
It just felt crazy because the whole book was when Addie did end up coming back, it was Zayd trying to comfort them into love again. And that felt like a fan fiction to me. Because I don't know, it just felt very like.
I don't remember the specifics anymore, but goes into our episode. We both did not like it. But while she is in this like trafficking world,
Yes,
she's like in a house, and the main girl was named Francesca, and she's a fucking bitch. And this is the time when she finds Molly's journal.
Yes, it was bare. It was underneath a floorboard in the room she was in.
Yeah, so that's what the spinoff is about. It's about Molly, who was there before her.
Yes. So I went into reading this with no expectations because honestly, the last time we talked about Haunting Addie, we filmed that episode March 8th of 2022. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute since I've thought about Addie or any of those characters. So going into this, I was like, okay, it's going to be really dark. So just prepare myself for anything I'm about to read. Can I say?
Please say it.
I know it's a dark romance, but it didn't feel as bad as Haunting and Hunting. I read
you
this.
Felt like Haunting was like
more.
10
it was
times.
Way worse. So
I feel like because it didn't. Well, this one's a short read.
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't really divulge too much on details of what she went through.
So Molly comes from a family where her dad and her mom are super into drugs. So she feels very unloved. And she really only has two people she loves in this world. She has this dude that runs a grocery store named Mario who will sell alcohol to her.
Gas station.
Who will sell alcohol to her because he knows that if she doesn't bring alcohol home, her dad is going to
hurt her.
And she really loves her little sister Layla, who at the time is 4 years old.
4 months.
4 months old.
Yeah.
So one day when she's going to the gas station,
after a long day at the diner, because she works long hours, because all of her money basically goes to her family buying their drugs and to Layla because she's a baby. So, diapers are expensive as hell. So she gets home from work and she's just like, oh my gosh, she ran out of diapers again. So here I go buy some more again. And so she's telling her dad, like, okay, I'm going to go to the gas station. And he's like, you just got here.
Yeah.
You just got here. And she's like, well, I didn't know we were out of diapers.
Yep.
And then she looks at her mom and her mom's like passed out. And her dad's like has like 5 beers on the table. And so she's just like, I'm just going to go.
And when she is there, her dad shows up. And it's just kind of like...
It was really sad, though, because Mario was trying to tell her, like, you can just escape with Layla. You know what? You can hide with me. My wife would be okay with it. It's fine. And she's just like, no, like, they would find me. And also they have evidence that I've bought alcohol for them. So, honestly, like, it's just a lose-lose situation all around. Yep. And then, her dad shows up. And he's with some fucking bitch. Some rando.
And, he's like, you know what? I'll buy the alcohol. Why don't you go sit with my friend in his car? And she's just like, I don't know him. I'm not going to sit with him. And this guy's like, no, you're coming with me. And she was basically sold.
Well, she did put up a fight, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So the dad was like, yeah, you're going to go with him. And she was like, no. So then she tries to fight him. But then the dad threatens Mario that he was basically going to shoot him. And it was really sad because Mario was calling the police at this time or around that time. Yeah. And she was putting up a fight. But then when she sees that the dad's threatening Mario, she's like, okay, it's fine. I'll just go. And then she gets sold off.
It sucks because, like, to me, I totally forgot because you had told me before that she was the one who wrote the journal. But I had totally forgot that that's who Molly was. But when it mentioned that she was in that place that is run by Francesca and it mentioned Rio, I was like, oh my God.
We're back.
We're back, bitches. I know where I'm at. So she's in this place where women are trafficked. And Rio is someone who picks up people to traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And it totally just went over my mind in 2022. But Rio was painted as like, yeah, he like grabs people to traffic, but he's like really nice though. Like he's like empathetic.
I think it was because he never like did anything to the girls.
And also he had a sister.
Yeah, so he was forced into this because
Mhm.
Francesca was basically threatening his sister.
Yeah.
And so the book basically goes between like present day, which is Molly 15 years after the trafficking,
Yeah.
and then her being trafficked. And so I don't remember exactly how it happened, but basically one night she's just like, no, bitch, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And she finds an opportunity and she's basically like running, and Rio sees her. Well, they like bump into each other, I think. And he's just like, girl, where the fuck are you going? And she was like, please, like, I need to go to my sister. Like, I don't know what's happened to her. It's been a year. Like, I don't know, my parents are not very reliable. And she was like, don't you have a sister? Don't you have a sister? And he was like,
yeah, bitch,
you're right, I do have a
sister.
And so basically he lets her go.
But he's like, hey, I'm not gonna like help you escape. If you're out there, you're out there.
Mm-hmm.
So she runs away, and dude, it's so sad because she like runs into a home at one point and it's like, I've been kidnapped
With LaToya and Devin.
Yeah. And she immediately realizes like, oh my god, anywhere I go, anyone around me is unsafe,
is in danger. Yeah, because if they were to find her, then these people would suffer. And she's desperate for help, but she's like, I can't stay here.
Yeah. So in present time, she it's 15 years in the future, and she works at a pig farm. But her thing is that she will get these people that are, she works for them, they're called Legion. They catch people who traffic others, kind of like smaller cases. And she will find these people that got away with these crimes. They will come to her already unalive, and she chops them up and feeds them as food to her pigs.
But it's basically like in shipments, because she'll get like a phone call and then they'll be like, is it done? And she'll be like, yeah, my pigs are eaten, don't worry. And they're like, all right, we'll contact you again for the next shipment arrives.
My pigs be fat, PH. Thank you. But that's basically what her life is right now. And it's like weird because it's 15 years in the future, but there's no Layla.
Yeah.
Layla's not here. So going back to the past, when she escapes, she gets home.
Yeah, she goes back home. I don't know why she goes back home, because she even had an inkling like, oh, they're probably waiting for me, but I really want to see Layla.
Yeah.
And so when she gets back home, that's when her dad catches her, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of like she comes in and the dad is like, you're here? Is it because you were bad at doing what they were asking you to do? And she's just like trying to ignore it. And she's like, where's mom? It's like, mom died. Because with all that money we had, we bought so many drugs and she just took hard shit. And she overdid it. She got too overexcited and she died. Why are you here? And it just keeps going back and forth. And I think she attacks her dad.
Doesn't he say some like outlandish shit? Didn't he do something to her?
Like what?
Like he's like saying like, oh, I'll hurt you like I did that other time. Didn't he?
Was that implying?
I think so.
Okay.
And so he's like going after her, like trying to hurt her, but she ends up killing him.
Yes, and takes Layla. And it's so sad because I think there's an in-between chapter before it goes to the present time, but it's just like, I only had Layla for 4 years. And it was a very hard 4 years for her. And it was the hardest thing I had to do, but I couldn't provide for Layla the way I wanted to. I found a rich family. I stalked them for a long time to make sure that their intentions were good. And I left Layla with a fucking dog collar, her name, and her birth date.
Yeah.
And I gave her a new name, and it's Emily, which is Emma. And she was just so devastated because she loves her sister so much, but she was put into a position where she couldn't provide for her. So she had to do the next best thing. And she couldn't go in and, give her to like a foster home or anything, because their story with their dad and them going missing was on the news. So people knew that they were missing. It was like a big deal. So
and isn't it crazy how at one point it's revealed that they would have taken Layla away from him eventually, because I think CPS was already like on his case or something. I don't know. So that was crazy.
Do you think they would have taken Layla away?
Probably not.
I don't think so either. Well, I
don't know. The dad was. I can't imagine the dad took care of her.
I know, but I think, because that is something that is touched upon later, where Molly's like, if I hadn't taken her, she wouldn't have had to have suffered for those 4 years when I did take care of her, and she would have ended up in a good home anyway, maybe. But I just feel like that's such a, I'm not saying that, go kidnap a child, but like to me, it just felt like their situation was never going to get any better, because no one cared when it was happening to Molly. So I didn't see it like changing when Layla was older.
Oh, okay. I could see that. Yeah. That makes sense. And I mean, I've heard the system isn't very kind to people anyway, so.
So throughout this, Molly is working for Legion, and when she barely starts with Legion, I think this is around the time that she had just left Layla with the rich family, and she goes to a TV store. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. And
she goes in there and is like, this TV's like $2,000. Who would spend that much money on TV?
Yeah, and is it enough money to make me disappear? I mean, crazy thought. And the one who's helping her is Cage.
Yes, and Cage is like, so you want to disappear, huh? But she was like, you know what? It's feeling a little hot here. How's Alaska sound?
He's like, that's the only place I can send you, actually. That's so crazy.
That's crazy. Alaska it is. And so the thing is, she goes to Alaska, but she doesn't last.
She doesn't last in Alaska.
Oh. Thank you. That's so serious. So she goes back and she gets
where is she from again? Do you remember? Pop quiz. Oh, pop quiz. Where is Molly from?
Pig farm. Pig farm?
Where is she originally from?
Wait, not Alaska. Okay, that narrows it down. 49 more. Isn't she from, I'm going to just throw one out there, Louisiana?
No.
Ohio. Alabama. Alaska.
Wait.
Where the fuck is she from?
Wait, is that your guess?
No, I'm going to say she's probably from...
She's from Ohio. I don't know.
Is it Florida? Did she fight gators? No, wait, no.
Oh, that's the second book.
New York. I mean, copyright.
It's a small town.
What's the smallest state I know?
Oh, yeah, I see. I got it.
Where is it?
Reaper Canyon, Montana.
Oh, my God. Oh, my stars. I knew it. That was my second guess. That was my 49th guess.
I was almost there, though.
So she goes back because she can't bear being so far away from Layla. So she does this thing where she'll go to Layla's soccer games.
I just feel like that's so obvious. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's not.
Soccer moms? Oh, no?
No, I wouldn't notice.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I've never gone to a game, but I feel like soccer moms are like, yeah, she's here for that one. She's here for that one. That's kind of how I just
Dude, I swear sometimes, like, I'll be at a game and then someone next to me is like, whoa, kid won. And I'm just like, who the fuck are you?
Really?
Yeah.
I just kind of assumed soccer moms were just like a close-knit tight group.
What was weird to me was the fact that she would sit right behind the family.
Oh, I know, for real.
And also get up immediately when
Emma?
Layla would do something. Emma would do something. So I was like, you could have done something.
You could have waited for the next kid. I don't know.
But her and Cage.
Her and Cage.
I think before she goes to Alaska, they have a moment, right?
Yeah, they have sex. I fucking hate that part where they see each other again, because the order of the book, like I said, it's past and present, past and present.
Yeah.
So we're introduced to Cage in the present time. So when he sees her again in her pig farm, and he's just like, damn, I know that voice. I know those hips anywhere. And he's just like thinking to himself, like, that time I gave her the best orgasm of her life.
I bet it was the best one. At least top 10.
Top 10 for sure.
But that was like the only man she's ever consensually been with.
Yeah.
So it did mean a lot to her, but she wasn't actively searching for a relationship. So seeing Cage again just opened up that whole bag of worms.
Can of worms?
Can of worms. Ziploc bag of worms. She struggles with it.
Yeah, because she doesn't really want to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
But isn't it so funny how she tells Cage, like, all right, good seeing you, bye. And then the next day he shows up with popcorn and a movie, and he's just like, hey, girl. Hey. They
have all of Trolls online now.
No, he brought Silence of the Lambs because he was like,
that's so fucking weird.
That is weird.
That's weird.
On my notes, I put red flag, because how dare he not give her an option on what he wants to, what she wants to watch.
You think because I feed people to my pigs,
I want to watch this?
You're completely right. Put that shit on.
It's like, I have surround sound, bitch. Put it on.
You know what I did not like about this book?
What?
I couldn't handle the spice moment. Where
I know which one you're thinking about.
Which one?
Go.
I just hated where she would, like, they're in the moment and they would look over and then the pigs are just munching. And I'm just like,
I thought you were thinking about that part where, like, she was like covered in blood and they were like,
oh yeah.
And then she put the bloodied hand
Guess
on
that
him.
shirt's gone, bitch. And he's just like, my mom got me this.
This shirt was actually very sentimental.
Got this from the bargain bin, but it means a lot to me. No, I fucking hated that shit.
So you weren't a fan of the spice?
I don't know, because honestly, I reached a point in this book where I realized a good chunk of it was just the spice.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't know. To me, it kind of happened too quickly for my liking. I know that they already had like that previous brief relationship together, but I kind of wanted something more. I don't know. Is that too much to ask?
How did you feel when Molly met his mom?
Wasn't the mom like super inappropriate?
Yes.
Where she was like, what the fuck was she saying?
Oh, you need condoms? Here, get this size.
Something about condoms, right? And like,
my first time with his dad. Oh yeah, that dad bent me over, and she was like, oh,
she's a cool mom,
dude. I don't like that.
I don't either.
It's such a weird, because I feel like this happens a lot in books.
With the cool mom.
I'm trying to think of a book we read like that. We recently read it. Ana Huang's King of where they went over to the parents' house and the parents were like, oh my god, hi, so we put condoms out for you.
Oh yeah, his parents. I was like thinking about her parents, like, no fucking way, they would never.
Yeah, I'm not here for that.
I'm not here for that either, but I mean, why was she even meeting the mom? Oh, because they ran into each other, right? And she was like, come over for dinner. And she couldn't say no for some reason.
She couldn't.
She had it revealed already that she had no plans.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. This fucking book, it moves on. She ghosts him, but then he's like, no, I'm not going to let her get away that easily.
Because she's mine.
I also didn't like that they called her Little Ghost.
Why can't she just be
a regular size ghost?
Why does she have to be little?
I'm 5'10".
Oh.
She was 5'10".
Yeah, that's not
I'm
little.
actually higher than the average of the world for women.
Who run the world?
Girls. She ghosted him, but then I
don't know. I feel
out.
like Little Ghost is kind of a cute endearment.
He used it twice. And you know what I fucking hated? No,
what?
There's another thing I fucking hated about that shit.
Oh my god. Rip it apart.
Why did
rip it to shreds?
like my iPad. I hated how when he would talk to her, it's normal dialogue, but then sometimes when he would say something, like for example, he would think about her and be like, "Yeah, I fucked her thoroughly because I gave her a brand new identity. Then she disappeared on me just like she was supposed to, and it fucking enraged me."
Then she disappeared on me like she was just supposed to,
Yeah.
And it fucking enraged me. And she stares at me like a tiny rabbit caught in a trap, squealing to be freed. She escaped me once and I let her. Okay. I won't allow it a second time.
This is kind of what I'm talking about. I'm going to read 2.
Okay, go.
This first one, he didn't say. It was someone else who said it. But it was crazy to me that, they speak so gross. And then you have lines that are like, the fucking mom, who's like the most inappropriate person ever, Cage's mom. Mm-hmm. And then she all of a sudden in the middle of a fucking grocery store, at one point in our lives, we don't know our soulmates at all. But that doesn't make them any less of one. Sometimes you just know. Okay, good luck with those condoms though. And then just fucking leaves. And it's like, why the fuck you going all Shakespeare on me? Like, that shit came out of fucking nowhere. Like,
I feel like, wait a minute, I'm getting deja vu. Isn't that what you said about Haunting Adeline? Where, like, sometimes they would throw in a couple of things that felt out of place.
It feels like a line that the author's like, I hope they quote this.
Yeah.
I hope this becomes someone's tattoo.
Mm-hmm. And it probably is.
It probably is. Also,
and no shame.
The part where they were having sex and she says, Jesus fucking Christ. And then he says, if you're asking him to save you, then I will nail him onto that fucking cross again. You will be my ruin, but only I will be your savior.
What?
Okay, first of all, that's blasphemous.
Also, what? Wait, what?
Wait, I actually am.
I'm kind of scared now.
And I'm also very religious. Like, I'm just, what? Dude, what the fuck was this book?
I don't know. Also, did you realize that part? I totally forgot about it. When when Kate showed up with the popcorn, she was reading a book by our girl, Addie. It was Adeline Riley was her name.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
She said something like, I was reading a fantasy novel by the author Adeline Riley. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, Addie the baddie?
Is that Addie the baddie?
Addie the baddie is here?
You remember, it's never ever brought up in this book, but do you remember one of your things that you really liked about Haunting Adeline but wasn't brought up more was the fact that there were ghosts?
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be in this.
Why?
Because it was brought up in the first one. I thought that would be like...
ghosts would just be around here. Yeah. What if she fell in love with the ghost?
She's a little ghost.
Oh.
What if she fell in love with a ghost?
What if she fell in love with the ghost?
They missed an opportunity. Where's Molly? In the spirit realm. That's where she is.
And the only way to get her out is through love.
5 out of 5.
So this book basically takes us on a journey of everything we've just said. And then, her getting her sister back, like we already said, and then her seeing her sister, and then trying to have a connection with her sister again. Because she can't truly be happy in life unless she is somehow involved in Layla's life. Or not necessarily involved, but at least mention.
A question.
Okay, go.
Do you think she should have just moved on?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Because I feel like I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also weird if I was at my kid's soccer game. Yeah. And someone's like, by the way, that's my
sister.
That's my sister, and I need to be part of her life. So Tuesdays?
So is that fine or what? And I feel like it was a little bit convenient at the time because I think Layla's parents mentioned, I don't remember if they mentioned it to Molly, if they were having a conversation where they were like, she's asking questions.
Yeah, they called her. They called her and was like, she is asking questions, so yes, you can see her. She's like, okay, I'm so excited to see Layla. And it's like, Emma.
It's like,
her name is Emma.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I picked that name.
Yeah, so you're welcome, actually. Mm-hmm. And so then at the very end, Cage and Molly are sitting together and their phone starts to ring, and it does not have a number, and she answers and she's like, "Hello." And here's a voice. "I hear you're good at making people disappear. Who is this? Most know me by Z, but you can call me Zayd." Cue the Walking Dead opening. Dude.
I feel like that was crazy because we didn't mention it, but they also bring up the fact that Francesca and her gang are no more in this story. Well,
But they are.
and not in the past, in the present.
So that means haunting Addie has happened.
Yeah.
Or is currently happening. Has happened?
I think it has happened.
Then
who is he making disappear?
I think just in general. I just thought it would be kind of funny if I disappeared.
Just for a month at least. Damn.
Here, Alaska's really nice this time. Dude, how did you feel? And why did you give it a 5 out of 5?
I kind of felt like this was probably for the people who really, really loved the cat and mouse duet. Mm-hmm. This was like their little crumbs, you know, like here you go, here's a little extra bonus. But I don't know. To me, I kind of feel like it was okay.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad, but I mean, I kind of felt like I didn't need to read this.
It felt like a lot of spice, and you're right. It was the crumbs that some people needed if they missed this universe. Mm-hmm. But I didn't miss it. Yeah. I was good leaving it be where it was.
It's so funny because I don't know if you saw that we got a comment on Hunting Adeline. And do you remember that I posted our title as like the knife scene or something about the knife? And we talked about the knife, and somebody commented and was like, "What chapter is the knife?" And I literally I tried. I was like, okay, that book is, I don't even have that book anymore. You know, it's gone. Yeah. It's gone. Got it for this. Now it's gone. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, damn, I tried looking it up.
It's the knife scene.
I don't know. Stay tuned. Comment down below if you know what chapter the knife scene was in.
Damn, dude. That was a lifetime ago. And honestly, as soon as we finished talking about this book, out of my mind.
It's so funny because I feel like H.D. Carlton isn't necessarily an author that I want to like keep reading.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's not really my type of story.
Has she written a lot of stories?
I don't know. I think so. Or like a good amount, maybe.
I feel like sometimes Book Talk recommends these stories, and then that's kind of it. It's like, don't expect to read anything else. It's just haunting. You know, and I feel bad because I feel like these authors see that only one of their stories is big, so they continue to add to it. Yeah. To be like, oh, can you guys talk about this?
Yeah, like, oh, here it is. Here is this world again. Yep. And I feel like sometimes it does work. You know, sometimes it works, but I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this type of book, so.
What did you rate this?
I'd probably give it like a 2.
I also gave it a 2.
Okay, I thought I was being mean.
No, you're fine. I thought that part was funny. The part that I thought was funny that made me give it a 2 is just the fact that they kind of like bickered a lot. There was this one part where they were eating each other out. You remember they were like and it was like a contest.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
That was so fucking stupid because it was like, damn, I lost. What do we do now? And he's like, I guess we got to do it again.
Yeah. It's a real shame. I guess, I mean, I'll let you try again if you want.
It's funny because he was meant to be like the dark romance type love interest like Z, but he was not as fucked up as Z.
Yeah.
He was just some dude.
I mean, there were moments where he would say things that were very, like, overly possessive.
But it didn't feel like him, right?
Like, it kind of felt out of place.
It's like, yeah, you're saying this to me, but I know you're not going to follow through. You're not putting a water gun in my ussy.
Well, stay
but
tuned.
He could have.
Stay tuned.
And I didn't even ask where Molly was. That wasn't one of the questions I wanted answered. But that being said, do you have anything else to say?
No.
How long is this episode? Oh, we're good. That being said, for anyone listening to us, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe. Oh, whoa, I mixed them. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars, because that literally takes 2 seconds. You could have already done it.
And it really, really helps us out. I feel like ever since we like kind of had a increase of people giving us 5 stars, we get more recommended, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. Doing that and also leaving a review and recommending another book to us. I feel like it's been a minute since we've read a dark romance. So,
yeah. Has it been too long?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared to go back in there.
I know, seriously.
Send me in. Okay, but put me in, coach.
I'm ready.
Recommending us dark romances, though, I feel like recommendations we take very seriously. Mm-hmm. So that would be nice too. If you want to support us and you have a little bit of money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon, and at the moment it really just serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content, you appreciate how much we read, how much we review. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, you can find us on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. Also, if you want to support us on social media, we do have an Instagram and a Threads at the Bookfix Pod, THEBOOKFIXPOD, and we have, a TikTok, but also a Goodreads at the Bookfix, THEBOOKFIX.
Please, we really want to get at least 3 followers, and it hasn't happened yet.
I need to rewatch that episode that we talked about that.
I think it was our last episode of last year. I couldn't breathe from how much I was laughing.
So, thank you so much. Why don't we go ahead and read a positive and negative review about this book? I'm going to read this one really quick. This comes from Darcy, who gave it a 5 out of 5. Absolutely in love with this book. It was everything you want and more. Molly's just amazing. The trauma, the resilience, the love story. It was just perfect. That's the part I laughed at. Don't get me started on Cade. Who the fuck is Cade? Did I miss a chapter?
Wait, who's Cade? You should be like, yeah, I love Cade too.
Yeah, me too. Cade was the best. He's just everything. Book boyfriend of the year right here. You don't want to miss out of this book releasing this day. You definitely want to read this when it comes out. I love Cade.
Me too. Mine comes from Sarah. They gave it 1 out of 5 and they wrote, I'm never eating pork again.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. I like how she tried to say Cage. She's like thinking about Z.
It's like, no.
Thinking about Zaid.
His name's Zaid, right?
Do you think they did that on purpose, making the names sound the same?
Do you think she just likes 1-syllable names?
My name's Cage. Zaid. Dade.
Rio. No.
Oh. No, you pronounce it Rio.
Rio. Rio.
I love it. I hate it.
Oh. Why?
That's just so boring.
It's too boring.
Give me a 14-syllable name.